Hello everyone, and welcome back to English with Rosie. I'm Rosie, and I'm very happy you're here today. Thank you for joining me for another episode. Whether you're listening while relaxing at home, taking a walk, drinking coffee, or commuting to work, I'm glad you're here. Today's topic is hobbies and interests. In our last episode, we talked about family and the importance of spending time with the people we care about. Today, I'd like to talk about something a little different: how we spend our free time and the activities we enjoy. Hobbies are an important part of life. They help us relax. They help us learn. They help us express ourselves. And sometimes, they help us meet new people and create new opportunities. Everyone has different interests. Some people enjoy sports. Some people enjoy music. Some people enjoy reading, painting, cooking, traveling, or learning languages. There is no right or wrong hobby. The best hobby is simply something that makes you happy. Today, I'll share some of my favorite hobbies and explain why they are important to me. As you listen, think about your own hobbies too. What do you enjoy doing in your free time? Let's begin. Why hobbies matter. Life can be very busy. Many people spend most of their time working, studying, or taking care of responsibilities. Sometimes days feel repetitive. Wake up, go to work, come home, sleep, and then repeat the same routine again. There is nothing wrong with being busy, but I believe hobbies make life more enjoyable. They give us something to look forward to. They help us relax after a long day, and they remind us that life is about more than work. Whenever I spend time on a hobby I enjoy, I feel happier and more energized. Even 1 hour can make a difference. That's why I think hobbies are important for everyone. Reading books. One of my favorite hobbies is reading. I've loved books for as long as I can remember. Books allow us to travel without leaving home. They introduce us to new ideas. They teach us new skills. And they help us understand different perspectives. Sometimes I read novels. I enjoy stories about interesting characters and exciting adventures. Other times I read nonfiction books. These books teach me about history, psychology, communication, health, and many other topics. Reading helps me learn and relax at the same time. One thing I especially enjoy is reading before bed. Instead of looking at my phone, I try to spend a little time with a book. It helps me slow down after a busy day, and it usually helps me sleep better too. Listening to music. Another hobby I enjoy is listening to music. Music is a powerful part of everyday life. It can change our mood, it can help us focus, and it can bring back memories. Have you ever heard a song that reminded you of a specific moment in your life? Maybe a vacation, maybe a friendship, maybe a special day. Music has a way of connecting us to our memories. I listen to different kinds of music depending on how I feel. When I'm working, I often listen to calm instrumental music. When I'm exercising, I prefer something more energetic. And when I'm relaxing, I enjoy soft and peaceful songs. Music makes everyday activities more enjoyable. Even simple tasks like cleaning or cooking feel different when good music is playing. Learning new things. One of my biggest interests is learning. I believe learning should continue throughout life. Many people think learning ends after school or university. But I don't agree. There is always something new to discover. There is always a new skill to develop. There is always a new idea to explore. That's one reason I enjoy making content for English learners. Language learning is a wonderful example of lifelong learning. Every day, we can learn a new word, a new expression, a new way to communicate, and those small improvements add up over time. In my free time, I often watch educational videos, listen to podcasts, or read articles about topics that interest me. Learning keeps life interesting, and it helps us continue growing as people. Taking walks. Another hobby that may sound simple is walking. I love taking walks, especially when the weather is nice. Walking gives me time to think. It helps me relax, and it helps me disconnect from technology for a while. Sometimes I walk through a park, sometimes I walk around my neighborhood, and sometimes I explore a new area. Walking doesn't require expensive equipment. It doesn't require special training. Anyone can do it, and yet it offers so many benefits. Whenever I'm stressed or feeling overwhelmed, a walk often helps me feel better. By the time I return home, my mind feels clearer and my mood feels lighter. Watching movies and shows. Like many people, I also enjoy watching movies and television shows. A good movie can be entertaining, inspiring, and even educational. I enjoy different genres. Comedy makes me laugh. Drama helps me understand different emotions and experiences. Documentaries teach me new things about the world. Sometimes after watching a movie, I think about it for days. The story stays with me. The characters stay with me. And sometimes the lessons stay with me too. Movies can be a wonderful way to relax, especially after a busy week. Writing and journaling. Another activity I enjoy is writing. Writing helps me organize my thoughts. It helps me reflect on experiences, and it allows me to express ideas that might otherwise stay inside my head. Sometimes I write about my day. Sometimes I write about goals and plans. Sometimes I simply write down thoughts and observations. I don't worry about making everything perfect. The purpose isn't perfection. The purpose is reflection. Writing helps me understand myself better, and it often helps me notice things I might otherwise overlook. Trying new hobbies. One thing I've learned is that hobbies can change over time. The things we enjoy today may be different from the things we enjoyed 5 years ago. And that's completely normal. As we grow and change, our interests often change too. That's why I think it's important to try new activities. Maybe you'll discover a new hobby. Maybe you'll learn a new skill. Maybe you'll meet new people. A few years ago, I started listening to podcasts more regularly. At first, I wasn't sure if I would enjoy them. Now, they're one of my favorite ways to learn. If I had never tried, I would have missed that opportunity. So don't be afraid to explore new interests. You never know what you might discover. Hobbies and friendship. Hobbies can also help us connect with other people. Many friendships begin because people share similar interests. Maybe 2 people enjoy photography. Maybe they both enjoy running. Maybe they both love books or music. Shared interests create natural conversations. They bring people together, and they help build relationships. Even online communities often form around hobbies. People from different countries can connect because they enjoy the same activity. I think that's one of the wonderful things about hobbies. They remind us that we're not alone. There are always other people who share our interests. Making time for hobbies. One challenge many people face is finding time for hobbies. Life gets busy. Work takes time. Family responsibilities take time. There are always things that need attention, but I've learned that if something is important, we need to make time for it. Even 30 minutes can be enough. You don't need an entire day. You don't need a perfect schedule. You simply need consistency. A little reading every day, a short walk every evening, a few minutes of practice. Small efforts repeated regularly create meaningful results. What hobbies teach us. Hobbies teach us many valuable lessons. They teach patience, they teach persistence, they teach creativity, and they remind us that progress takes time. When you begin a new hobby, you're usually not very good at it. That's normal. Everyone starts as a beginner. But with practice, improvement happens. This lesson applies to many areas of life, including learning English. You don't need to be perfect today. You simply need to keep practicing, little by little, day by day, and eventually, you'll be surprised by how much progress you've made. Closing. Well, those are some of my favorite hobbies and interests. Now, I'd like you to think about your own hobbies. What do you enjoy doing in your free time? Do you enjoy reading, listening to music, watching movies, playing sports, learning new skills? Or perhaps you have a hobby that's completely different. Whatever it is, I hope it brings you happiness and helps you enjoy life a little more. Thank you so much for listening to English with Rosie. I hope you enjoyed today's episode and learned some useful everyday English vocabulary. Take care. Keep learning. Keep practicing. And don't forget to make time for the things you love. I'm Rosie, and I'll see you in the next episode of English with Rosie. Goodbye for now, and have a wonderful day.